everyone, today I'm going to go over what you need to know if you're deciding between Vivint, ADT, and Deep Sentinel, especially if you're looking for the best doorbell camera, not just something that happens to record video. Because while most smart doorbells technically do the job, there's a big difference between ones that show you who's at the door and one that actually stops anything from happening in the first place. And that's where these three really start to separate themselves, especially once you get past the surface level marketing. What makes this trickier is that doorbell cameras don't really come on their own anymore. They're usually bundled into full systems, sometimes a subscription, sometimes a contract, sometimes with gear you don't even want. So in this video, I'll break down how each one handles its doorbell camera, what it costs, and which one might actually be the better fit for you long term. Starting with Vivint, this one's not just a doorbell camera, it's really part of a full smart home security setup. You're not just getting a camera that sends you a ping when someone's at the door, it's actually monitored 24/7 and connects with the rest of your home gear through a smart hub that's pretty easy to use. The video quality is around 1080p, not crazy sharp like 4K or anything, but it's clear enough to see faces, packages, all the details that actually matter. What I like is that it focuses on people detection, not every random car or tree movement, so you're not getting constant false alerts all day. It's also got a two-way audio, solid night vision, and a nice wide view that basically covers your whole porch. The app itself is quick and works on Apple and Android as well, which is nice. So you can check your camera, disarm the system, or even lock the front door all from the dashboard. And if you're into smart home stuff, it plays really well with Alexa, Google, smart lights, thermostats, all that. On top of that, Vivint does the full installation for you, so you don't have to deal with any DIY setup or wiring. And if something breaks or you move, their techs can come back out to fix it or reinstall it. Now, in terms of the price, it's usually around $600 for the equipment and about $20 to $30 a month for the monitoring plan. Most people just pay it off monthly on a contract, usually around 3 to 5 years. So if you want something reliable, professionally monitored, and basically hands-off once it's set up, Vivint really nails that set it and forget it feel. And hey, if you're considering Vivint for your home security needs, you can get up to 3 months of free monitoring right now when you use my promo code 3FREE at checkout. Moving on to ADT, probably one of the most recognizable names in home security, as they've been around since 1874. But what's interesting is how their doorbell setup works today, especially with the newer ADT self-setup system. If you go with a full ADT security, you've actually got two options here. It's similar to Vivint, professional install, full system, and 24/7 monitoring. But if you want something easier to start with, ADT self-setup lets you build it out yourself and monitor it on your own, or pay extra for pro monitoring. Their video doorbell is solid, it's 720p, wide angle, has night vision, two-way talk, and real-time alerts to your phone. What's nice is that it plugs right into the ADT Plus app, which also controls your other ADT devices like cameras, sensors, or smart lights, if you decide to add those later. Also, the app's interface has gotten cleaner recently, and while it's not quite as slick as Vivint, it gets the job done. Now, in terms of the price, if you go for the self-setup route, you can buy the doorbell individually for around $180, or build a bundle with a keypad, motion sensor, door sensors, and more. That can range anywhere from $400 to over $800, depending on how much you want. Monitoring for the full setup costs about $25 to $40 per month, and there's no long-term contract unless you finance it. What's great is that you're not locked into a contract and you can install it yourself, which is perfect if you rent or just want something simple to start with. Just keep in mind though that the customer support depends on your area. Some people get great service right away, others say it takes a bit longer. But overall, if you want the reassurance of a big name provider with the option to self-install or go pro, ADT gives you a lot of flexibility without losing out on reliability. And so if you'd like to give ADT a try, I've got an affiliate link down in the description that might help you get a deal that's not available directly on their website. Lastly, we have Deep Sentinel, and this one's definitely not your average doorbell cam setup. It's way more focused on actually preventing crime, not just recording it after it happens. Deep Sentinel's whole idea is that their cameras come with live human guards watching your feed in real time. Not 24/7, but they're monitoring anytime the system detects suspicious activity. So let's just say if someone walks up to your front door looking sketchy, the system pings a live guard who can speak through the camera, scare the person off, and even call the cops if needed. It's basically like having a security guard in your yard without needing an actual human there. Their doorbell camera records in 1080p, has color night vision, two-way audio, motion detection, all the usuals. But the thing that makes it different is the human intervention. That's what you're paying for here. Price-wise, the equipment starts at around $400 for the doorbell, and the monitoring subscription is $100 per month. So it's not cheap, especially compared to ADT or Vivint, but if you're in an area where package theft, car break-ins, or random people coming to your door is common, this can seriously level up your home security. Also, Deep Sentinel isn't a full smart home security setup. You're not getting smart locks, lights, thermostats, or a central hub. It's purely focused on video security, especially outdoor stuff. So it's best for someone who already has a smart setup or just wants next level camera protection and doesn't care about the rest. I will say it's not for everyone, but it really does what it's built for. You're not just watching footage after something goes wrong, you've got someone who can step in while it's happening. So if Deep Sentinel sounds like something that could work for you, I've dropped a link below where you can check the current pricing and see if they're offering any promos right now. So here's the big picture. All three of these doorbell cameras are good. It just really depends on what kind of setup you want at home. If you're someone who wants everything handled for you, like full monitoring, installation, and smart home control, Vivint just makes sense. It's super reliable, and once it's set up, you don't really have to think about it, and it's actually the one that I've been using in my home for around a year now. But if you'd rather have a little more control and don't want to be tied into a long-term contract, ADT's newer system is a solid middle ground. You can start small, build it up later, and it's backed by a company that's been around forever. Lastly, Deep Sentinel is kind of its own category. It's more expensive, but you're literally getting real people watching and reacting in real time. So if you live somewhere where that extra protection would make you feel safer, it's worth looking into. At the end of the day, it really just depends on what you need and how much you're willing to pay for peace of mind. Whichever one you go with, all three are way ahead of your average smart doorbell. And like I mentioned earlier, if you're thinking about trying any of them, I've dropped links in the description. Sometimes those have exclusive discounts that aren't on their main websites. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped clear things up a bit. If it did, feel free to like the video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.